Ben, thanks for taking the time to look at my video. This is the handover video. This, under the current climate, could save a lot of contact in the future with customers when we hand over the vehicles from delivery. So this should help when the car arrives or you pick it up. We're going to start from the front and go through everything that I know and everything that's going to help you. So I hope you like the video. This could bore you. This could bore you, Ben, but let's see. So first of all, to pop the bonnet, we're on a two-stage driver's side footwell. It's on a two-stage pull. The first pull, that releases the bonnet, and the second pull releases the catch. So I'll take you around to the front. The bonnet now will just lift up. So it's got those two-point safety point. There's the washer bottle. That's been topped up. That's the jump starting point. Should the car go flat, that's connected to the battery in the boot, so you can jump start positive there, and there is a negative there on the side. So that's the jump start if you wanted to jump start somebody else or jump start the car. Oil's topped up from the top there, and the dipstick is just here, and you'll see we've topped it up. It all looks like pretty good oil, and we are all good to go on the engine oil. I think it's not, the next engine oil change is not due for 10,000 miles. If you needed to replace any of the side lights or the bulbs, you can get to them from the top there. That's the catch, that's the two-stage catch that drops the bonnet. Air filters in there, and that's been checked. The coolant is in there, and you can see by the dark line that it's on the max on that one there. You get the twin turbo on this model. That gives it the boost in power. That's the top up for the aircon gas, and we've checked the aircon from both these, and the Euro aircon's really good. And again, inspection port, that's for the bulbs, side light bulbs on the top. You can see there, you can get into them. So all in all, really nice. Everything's original. This is all been checked. The soundproofing's on, the heat shield for the turbos there, and everything looks really neat and nice with this engine. So to drop the bonnet, I recommend, rather than press it to dent it, I would recommend just dropping it from about that level, and it clunks shut. There we go. So it's got the BMW number plates on there, the front side lights, tyres are good. That was the tyre that's really good front tyre, run flat, and this is the new tyre that we've replaced on there, which is the new one. So all in all, that's really good. So if I take you round, I'll try not to bore you too much. You've got the tyre pressures and some of the identification stickers there for the tyre pressures. We're on a run flat tyres with pressure warning, so that's quite good. You've got side airbags here. You've got a pump up on the seat. That does the back of the seat. We'll change the rake of that angle, and then that one does the seat as it comes up and down. You've got a lumbar support there, which will blow the sides of the seat up to give you a hug. And then if you've got long legs, this will actually give you some more space. And then to move the seat forward, we've got that lever there that's going to make it all nice and clean. Mats are in. There's that bonnet pull there, and then just here we've got interior lights that will make them brighter for the speedo and the rev counter. We've got headlamp levels, which will take it, if you've got a full load of passengers and luggage, you can tilt the headlamps down to stop you dazzling oncoming traffic. Side lights, headlights, and we've got lights warning there to tell you the lights are on. So that's side lights, headlights, and then we've got auto lights, which will come on when it gets dusk. And then next to that, when the car's on headlights, you've got rear fog and front driving lamps. No, I'll say that again, pointing down, front driving lamps, fog lights, and straight is rear ones. I'll get it right. We've got the fan for the vents there. We've got the electric windows, both there, one touch. That one is for the electric mirrors. Clicking it over will do the driver's side, and then you can toggle it backwards and forwards, nice and easy. So then we move on to all the wipers. So we've got auto wipers, we've got an auto wiper position, then we've got rear wiper, you would push it forward, and push it to wash, and to wash the front, get it from a better angle, to wash the front you'd pull it forwards from there. Got to check what that one is. I think it's the twist there is the delayed wipers. It will come to me. We've got the stereo controls built into the steering wheel, so you've got mode will take you through FM radio and CD, volume controls, and to scroll to the next radio station. Then you've got phone, and then you've got voice control. I think this one's got voice control. This one's the speed limiter. So if you're on the M1 at a 50 mile an hour, you can set that by pressing it down to set the speed, and it won't go over the speed that you set it at. So just be careful. I've pulled out of a junction or pulled out of the garage a couple of times. I've caught that with my thumb, and it'll set it at something like 20 miles an hour, and you'll think there's a problem, but actually you've got the limiter on. That's what's holding it back. So to start the car, it's foot on the clutch, right down, you press the button. Actually, I'll rewind there. You've got two sets of keys. So once you're in the car, these keys can stay in your pocket or keep them in the front of the dash there. They don't need to be pushed into the dashboard. And then we've got, with your foot on the clutch, press it once and it starts up. So there we go, all the warning lights go out, and it's warning us that so then we can shut the door, and you'll see that'll go off. So there we go. So all nice and neat, revs up nicely. That button there resets the trip, and on the end of the indicator stalk, which is that one left, down for right, on the end of the indicator stalk is the computer, and the computer tells us time, distance left in the tank, and I know you said you'd put some fuel in your car, so we'll put some fuel in this one. Averaging 30 miles, 35 to the gallon. That's because it's just been standing around. Instant MPG, let's just knock that indicator off, and then we've got 20 average speed, and then the date there. 53,000 miles. That trip's nice. 3,600 miles. It was last zeroed out, so that's fine. And then if we go up to the head-up information system, we've got it all controlled from the iDrive, which goes round and round and left and right, and audio, menu, telephone, back, and options. So that coincides with what's going on up here, so you can twirl it round to get you to the different settings. So we've got CD, we've got radio, you have got the DAB built in there, I think. Let's have a look. Yeah, you've got DAB radio as well, which is the latest, which is great. All of those sections, and then your connection switch to volume on. Great sound, good track. Good track, Ben. There you go. So switch that off, and then we toggle up and down to get the different channels. So that goes up and down like that, and then back over again to we've got telephone, and if you see telephone there, my telephone's already linked in, but you can add yours by toggling down to Bluetooth, and then you can add new device, and when you press that it searches, and on your Bluetooth system on your phone you're looking for that 57728 BMW. Pair those together, and she comes online with the telephone. Then if we go back on menu, we can go down to contacts. That'll bring up all of your contacts on your phone. And then we've got BMW services. You can ring through to BMW should you wish, the BMW hotline. Don't know why. Well, some people might want to. And then, but I'm boring you now. And then vehicle information. This is great. We've got all the quick reference guides. You've got the set of books for the car. But if we go to vehicle status, there you can see all the tyre pressures are good. The oil engine level is good. We can recheck the engine oil level there when the engine's warmed up. So cancel that one. And then this is really nice, service requirements. It's due for its next MOT, 5th of March, but we've just MOT'd it, haven't we? 5th May 20. So we can change that because we've got an MOT till May. Hold on, May 21. March 21. So there we go. So that's the MOT inspection. So that will now move to the bottom of the list, and the next one's brake fluid, not till 2022, and then the list of engine oil you've got until 13,000 miles or April 22, depends how many miles you do. So it's all good. Brakes are all good there as well, and back through. And then should there be any problems with the car, you normally get the faults listed up there where it says no faults. So that's good. We've got hazards built in there. We've got central locking there, radio controls here, preset radio stations there, and then your fan positions and your blower and the AC. And if we put it onto vents, you can't tell, but that's actually nice and cool. Nice and cool. You've got a little alarm that flashes red there when you've locked the car. Rear view mirror. Mirrors are nice and neat, so that's all good. And you've got the interior lights button up on the top there. You've got the glove box and everything else really nice. The mats are in, and there's the centre armrest with the aux or the USB. But I think the USB is a specific BMW cable. Might want to do some research on that. And then we've got the drive system, which you can switch to eco. We'll bring up the display there, so that's optimum driving position. Press the button again, press it forward, you've got comfort, press it again and you've got sport, and press it again, you've got sport plus, which then turns off the traction control. So that's pretty good. So you've got that to mess around with, and that's a traction control button as well. You can switch that one off. When you switch that one off, you've got likely of skidding the front wheels, so you can switch that and isolate it. So charge point there for your phone if you wish, or power charge point, he says. I think there's one in the back of the armrest. No, perhaps not then. That's your charge point there. So, and then with 6-speed, with reverse across, and that's the 6-speed, that's the reverse, and the 6-speed is as normal, so reverse is across. When you put it into reverse, your rear parking sensors come on. Turn the fan down. Rear parking sensors come on, and it starts to go from green to amber, he says, and then it picks up to red as well. So you've got parking sensors on the rear. So that's a really nice touch. So that's the interior. Press the button to switch it off. Get out the car. Take the keys with you, and we're just pressing the centre button to lock and the undo padlock clasp to do that, to open the car. And then this one here will actually flick the rear boot. Just take you to the, look at the colour, look at that. That's the unleaded fuel. You're just twisting the cap there to put the petrol in, and then it sits on there. And you can, the smaller reduced nozzle means you can only get the unleaded in. And this locks, this flap locks when you're central locking, locks. So if you press that, this then won't be open. Undo it, and you just press it, and it pops out. Oh, nice and neat. Put that back in. There's your really neat parking sensors, which are the BMW ones, badge 114. So to get into the rear, you're just tilting the badge. Quite cool, that. Parcel shelf. We've got split rear seats, so the seats will actually fold. If I just show you, the seats will actually fold by just pressing that there, and then it releases and pops down. If your passengers are in the back, you can press the button at the side, tilt those up. But when you've got those up, it can restrict your rear vision. So lots to play with there. Looks cool with these up and then that one down, so that's quite good. So if I just pop these back up, we're on run flat tyres, so you don't get a spare tyre. What's in the back there is the boot, the BMW battery. Got a little side pocket there. Everything's nice and neat. Super these are inside. And then we've got the book pack that I've tucked away there, so you've got all your books that you can read if you've got any questions. My phone's always on, but if you've got any questions, you can have a look through there. If you can't find it, My phone's always on. And in this cubby hole you have the first aid kit, which is nice and new. You've got a little screwdriver there, and you've got the towing eye, and you've got the warning triangle. And in the front of the car, I've left the locking wheel nut, so I'm going to put that one back, and put the books back in the holder. So there you go. So I hope you like my walk around video, and there she is, going to have one final polish before she comes over to you. So hope you like the video, and thanks for taking the time to watch. Cheers.